Hello friends, it's Ben with Livetolove, Love to Live. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Got a little busy yesterday and wasn't able to drop a video, but sorry about that. Now, today's video is going to talk about how it's strange how things come into your life sometimes. Usually when I meditate and do things where I see energy, where I can see my life energy, I have a yellow energy. And that's all I've ever been able to see for myself was yellow energy. This past couple days, and the more and more deeply I get into this stuff, the more stuff seems to happen every day. More realizations or changes or things that I notice need to be changed happen all the time. And the key to that is reflection. Sorry. You have to reflect on your experiences, observe them from a non-biased standpoint, and reflect, see what went wrong, what went right, what affected you positively, what affected you negatively. And it's a good idea to reflect on a lot of things in life, a lot of parts of your life need reflection if you want to get better. So anyway, here lately, the last couple of days, I've been meditating, and I see like this blue and yellow lightning going sideways, just back and forth. And I'm thinking there's, something is out of whack. Something's not quite right. My energy's not going where it's supposed to go. And so reflecting on this, I start to think that as I come along this path, I've come to places where it would have been a lot easier to give in. I'm doing research and thinking about stuff that people just don't like to hear about sometimes. And I've been ridiculed a lot for it. People say I'm an idiot or crazy or whatever, which is fine. I don't care. I don't care what people say about me. But it would have been easier just to put it aside, stop doing this research, stop thinking what I'm thinking, and just go along with the news watchers. Let's go watch the news and just do whatever they say we should. Let's go watch the news, and follow the sheeples, But that's not what I did. And that's not what anyone should do. And all this ridicule I was getting was because of what I felt in my heart was important, that I wanted to learn more about. And it felt bad at the time. I felt like people were turning their back on me, but this is how it was supposed to be. Because I needed to pay closer attention than I was paying along my path. And when I did start to pay closer attention, I experienced, basically I had two kinds of people, two kinds of friends in my life. And by friends, I mean everyone in your life. But I had two kinds. I had my close friends, my real friends. My friends that are here for me no matter what, that are here to party as well as to cry. I've got my friends that love me no matter what I do. Through the best and the worst, they're here because they want to make my bad situations less bad. And they want to make my highlights and party times much better. And they do that, and I love you guys, and I sure appreciate you. But that list is pretty short, and throughout the course of this journey of mine, I've noticed some people went from one list to the other list, usually only from the close friend list to the not so close friend list. But these close friends are the people that come, when you're having a garage sale, they come help you prepare for the garage sale. And they don't expect money in return. They don't expect anything in return. They just want to be with you and do what you're doing, which is nice. It's great. They're the guys and girls that will give you their umbrella in the rainstorm. And we need to take the time and show them that we appreciate them. Because those kind of friends are hard to come by. Those friends that call to check on you all the time and you just don't seem to have the time to answer your phone. Let's make time to go visit those people. Those real friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to offend anyone here or single anyone out. We all go through this. So let's go through it together. You're not alone. We are all one. You're not alone. A-L-O-N-E. We are all one. A-L-L-O-N-E. I'm sure there's some kind of old relation that's what it used to be that has been changed, but I haven't looked it up. I just came up with that a minute ago. So this ridicule I was getting from some people helped me get to where I am now. The other kind of friends that aren't the ones like I just described, we call those distraction friends. This life isn't supposed to be easy. And if you want to get better, it's not going to be easy. But these distraction friends, we definitely love them, don't get me wrong. But they aren't quite maybe on the same level yet. They're more interested in feeling good inside them or having a good feeling in their body versus making sure everyone is good or feels good. They might not want to hang out or chill because your views are changing and they seem like weird to society, the views you have, the beliefs you have. And they want to be embarrassed or thought of that they're weird because that's just embarrassing and weird. But, and along my journey, I've also noticed that these people kind of have low energy, where I like to think of myself as high energy. I know I'm higher energy. And it feels like, it's just hard to communicate and get them to understand what I'm saying. And also it's hard for me to understand where they're coming from. In a sense, it's just kind of more frustrating to try to communicate. And so, the negative, there goes the negative. Here comes more positive. Because I want to be positive, and I am positive. And even though I might look a little frowny on my videos sometimes, just my serious look, okay? I'm really always happy. But anyway, on my journey, this is when I started reflecting on, whenever these people started switching, because I was switching or changing, I learned from these relationships. I was reflecting on them and looking at all aspects of our relationships, and I was trying to think, what are they like? What do we do when we're together? What am I like when I'm around them? What's positive about them? What's negative about them? What positive and negative things do they bring to the relationship? What have I given? What have I taken? What have they given? What have they taken? And this type of stuff. And, my mom always said, if you don't want something to happen, don't put yourself in that situation. So if you don't want to be negative, don't put yourself in the negative presence of negative people. Because it'll bring you down. Okay? Now, to truly better yourself, in my opinion, the only way to better yourself is through knowledge. You know, the more knowledge you have, the more you know, and the more you can teach and give and love and teach people about love. Because the more you know about how important love is. Alright? And there's no better way of learning something than teaching it to someone else. What? Yeah, there's no better way of learning than by teaching something to someone else. Okay? Think about that, it's true. But anyway, to get back on target, I realized it seemed like my energy flow was off. Alright? So as I was reflecting on that, I started to think about this Native American chief that I was listening to one time, and how he was talking about how our hair is connected to our nervous system, and it's a sender and a receiver of energy, okay, and intuition. And he was saying how that's where you get all your intuition from, is from your hair. Now, he was telling a story, I think it was back in the 50s or 60s. The U.S. Army wanted to get some Native Americans to guide their troops, you know, because they had good intuition and knew how to hunt and knew how to track and everything. They knew they'd be great to lead their troops. So they got 60 of these tribes people. I don't remember what tribe it was, and I'm not sure how they got them to cooperate, but I'm sure it was nice. So the natives came to the army, got shaved up kind of like I've got right here, you know. And then they're like, okay, let's go. Come guide us. And so the natives go out and, you know, worthless. They couldn't do any better than the white people. The Americans. And so, you know, the natives didn't want their haircut, and they told them that they couldn't track anything because they didn't have their hair. You know, they don't know what it was, but they couldn't do it now. So the army got 60 more natives that they didn't cut their hair, and guess what happened? Yeah, they could guide, you know, their intuition was great, they could track and all that stuff. So, riddle me this. If the U.S. Army knows that if you don't shave people's heads and cut their hair, that their intuition is present, and, you know, which is a much better survival tool than any gun or knife you could have, why are they still cutting the Army's hair? Why are we cutting anyone's hair? I mean, no offense to my hairdressers. Big shout out to the hairdressers, I love you. Especially my sister, who's the best. And Marianne. Love you too, Marianne. But anyway, I mean, think about it. Think about the mightiest animal in the world. Right, the lion. And where does the lion live? Alright, African savanna. Well, it's pretty warm there, right? Yeah, I thought it was. Well, what else does a lion have that's the biggest of any animal? The mane. You got a huge mane. Why would they need that living in the hot-ass savanna? Oh, because it doesn't have anything to do with temperature. It's for intuition. So, what do you want to be? A lion or a shaved cat? A hairless cat? And why do you think mother's intuition, a woman's intuition, why do you always hear that throughout your life? Oh, a woman's intuition was right. Well, typically, mama has long hair. Daddy doesn't. So she's got the intuition. I mean, it seems to add up for me. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be growing my mane out a little bit. You know. But yeah, it's proven. It's connected to your nervous system. Your hair is. Look at men's haircut books. You know, I mean, that's just typical knowledge of our culture, is that men have short hair, women have long hair. Okay, well, if this is this wrong, and, you know, they say if you cut a lion's mane off, that's just a kitty cat, you know. Same thing, if you cut a man's hair off, it's not a man. Look at the Sumerian statues. All those ancient statues, these guys got beards and hair. You know, look at the yogis in India. So I'm thinking maybe we should rethink a lot of things if this one is this far off of what we thought it was. Men's hair length. And I know what you're thinking, oh, this is a big crock of cheese. Well, how could you be so sure? Is this the first time you ever heard of this? Well, then if it is, maybe you should go research it yourself and get some knowledge about it. And then we'll have a nice conversation about it. Okay? But you can't really have an opinion until you've looked it up. And I value all of your opinions and love all of you. And I sure do appreciate you coming. Had a great day today. Great day. But just remember, if you ever feel alone, just add an L. We're all one. I want to give a big shout out to two of my best friends and my roommates, Carlos and Goji. Love you guys. Forever. And I love all of you. And I really appreciate you hitting that like button if you got anything out of this video. And subscribe. And I want to thank you guys for all the views in my first week. I think I had over like 250 views on all my videos for my first week, and I sure do appreciate it. So, the song of the day today is Goody Mob, Fiesta, Forever. It's a good one. And the poem is this. Throughout this journey, we all often wonder about truths and love and relations. Sometimes we must reflect on our experiences to see that there is one thing true throughout all the nations. I'm sorry. The thing we were taught by others that made us feel fear from our sisters and brothers. You're not alone. We are all one. So put down that phone and let's all stand tall, son. We all go through this. All we need is love. Give the kids the knowledge, but first make sure it's factual. Do some research and please keep the conversation kind, classy, and casual. Live to love to live, save the world. Peace. I'm the one I've been waiting for. And I found all these answers in here. Okay? This week, I'm going to try to get 1,000 views on my videos. So help me out. Tell your friends. He's all about love. Everyone needs love. Thanks for coming. See you next time.